Welcome to Amaya channel. Today we are going to solve questions related to real and real relations and functions. Initially, everything related to relations I have taught. Now we are going to solve questions which came in CBSE. I repeat, questions which came in CBSE, and those questions which are very important for CBSE exam coming 2022. I repeat, 2022 most important questions we are going to do. So first question is, show that the relation is congruent to on the set of all triangles in a plane is an equivalence relation. Is an equivalence relation. So please kindly tell me fast what is needed in equivalence relation. Fast tell me what is needed in an equivalence relation. RST. Very good, Harish. RST Maheshwal, RST Vishiga. Everyone is telling Pritika RST. What is beta RST means here? What is RST is meaning here? Reflexive, symmetric, and transitive. Sorry, reflexive, symmetric, and transitive. So now you have to prove set of congruent triangles will be symmetric, reflexive, and transitive. Very good, Pritika. So this is what we are needing for this question. Fine. How to start? So we will write for symmetric conditions. So we will write let fine and distribute it so that we can write it without problem. So write let S be a set of triangles, okay, in a plane. Okay, and what is R? R is a relation of those triangles which are congruent. What is R? Okay, and let R be set on S. Let R be set on S. Just 1 minute, creating problem. Let R be set on S defined by let R be set on S defined by. So here what you have to do? Here first you have to take set of triangles in a plane. What you have to do? You have to take set of triangles in a plane. Okay, one time I have explained about congruency, and that time I was talking about reflexive, symmetric, and transitive. Do you recall that part when I was teaching reflexive, symmetric, and transitive? That time I talked about some congruency concept, and I told this question already came in CBSE, and this question is very important. So are they equivalents? Just tell the answer. You only have to say yes or no. Yes, Vishiga is telling yes, they are equivalents. Anyone else you have understood that time and can think about congruency? Abhinesh, Shyam, is it congruence? Farhana, Harish, everyone is telling yes, it is congruent. So let's see how it will be. So for relation, triangle, two triangles are there. Triangle 1 and triangle 2 is related to R such that triangle 1 is congruent to triangle 2. For all triangle 1, triangle 2 belongs to set of triangles. So this explanation we can write, we can say that two triangles are there, triangle 1 and triangle 2, which is exactly belonging to relation R, such that triangle 1 and triangle 2 are exactly congruent and both the triangles are coming from set of triangles. So shall we represent it like this? Yes. So now what we can do is we will start for reflexivity. Any triangle belongs to S. Now this triangle is belonging to S beta. So what answer we can write about this triangle? Let any triangle belongs to S. Now this triangle is belonging to S. Then we know that a triangle is always congruent to itself. That is, every triangle is congruent to itself. Yes or no? That is, every triangle is what? Every triangle is congruent to itself. For any triangle belongs to S. Hence, this set of triangle is belonging to relation. For any triangle belongs to S. So beta, this was exactly the concept given in the set of what you call reflexivity, transitivity and symmetric. And that time when I was discussing, I have already discussed that it is exactly going to be what? It is exactly going to be reflexive. When triangles will be exactly discussed, we know that every triangle is congruent to itself. That is, every triangle is congruent to itself. So if every triangle is congruent to itself, it is exactly going to fulfill the condition of reflexivity. So first, last statement, what we are going to write? Hence, or therefore, R is reflexive on S. Okay, so first we have discussed reflexivity. In reflexivity, we told that every triangle is congruent to itself. So that's why it is reflexive. Okay, triangle 1 congruent to triangle 1, triangle 2 congruent to triangle 2. So triangle 3 congruent to triangle 4. It is a different concept. But first, I am a triangle. So definitely I will be congruent to myself because my respective angles and sides will always be equal to my triangle. Na? So if one clone of mine will be made, it will exactly replicate me. So that is exactly coming under reflexivity. Now talk about symmetry condition. Okay, so now we will say let triangle 1, triangle 2 belongs to set of triangles. Okay beta, for symmetry condition, what you can write? Let triangle 1 and triangle 2 belongs to set of triangles. Okay, then triangle 1 congruent to triangle 2 if triangle 1, then triangle 2 will also be congruent to triangle 1 since the respective sides and angles of triangles will be equal. So they will be congruent for both the case. I'm explaining everything. Like if triangle 1 is congruent to triangle 2, then automatically triangle 2 will become congruent to triangle 1. So I'm writing and explaining each and every part, beta, so that you will understand that definitely if one is congruent to the other one, then respectively the second one will also become congruent to the first one. Hence now we can write, therefore triangle 1 and triangle 2 belongs to R, then triangle 2, triangle 1 opposite to it also belongs to R. For all or for any triangle 1, triangle 2 belongs to set of triangles. Therefore, R is symmetric on S. So till now, whatever I taught in relations, if you will go through the questions, I am not at all changing the trend. What trend I have followed, I am just following that trend. So are you understanding the concept? Quickly tell me, are you understanding the concept? Yes or no? Means whatever I am writing, are you understanding? Okay, Maheshwar. So beta, here you have to understand and then you have to represent it in your own way. So this condition is very important to write. This condition is very important to write. This condition is very important to write. So before that condition, you can explain it nicely and then you can represent it according to the statement. Okay. So now transitivity. We will write, let triangle 1, triangle 2, triangle 3 belongs to set of triangles. Then triangle 1 will be congruent to triangle 2 and triangle 2 will be congruent to triangle 3. Then triangle 1 must be congruent to triangle 3 by property of congruent triangle. Yes or no? If one triangle is congruent to the second one and second triangle is congruent to third one, then 110% triangle 1 will be congruent to triangle third. Say yes or no. Triangle 1 will be congruent to triangle third. Isn't it the property? Yes, Maheshwar is telling. So hence, therefore, we can say triangle 1, triangle 2 belongs to R and triangle 2, triangle 3 belongs to R. Then triangle 1, triangle 2 also belongs to R. For all, triangle 1, triangle 2, triangle 3 belongs to S. Hence, R is transitive on S. So beta, after writing this, so now we have discussed our transitivity also, symmetric condition also, and we have represented in our own way. So since we have represented everything in our own way, now one last statement. If you will not write that statement, I'm telling you, Shyam is telling understood, Harish telling understood, Vishika telling understood, Maheshwar is telling understood, Farhana understood, beta, Pritika understood, everyone understood. Tell me, Abhinesh understood. Okay. Tamil Nadu understood, beta, what we have to do? If one triangle, every, yes, okay, very good, beta. So that means what triangle, all the triangles can be congruent to itself. Then if triangle 1 is congruent to triangle 2, then 100% triangle 2 will also be congruent to triangle 1. Then next, transitivity, triangle 1 congruent to triangle 2, triangle 2 congruent to triangle 3, then triangle 1 will also be congruent to triangle 3. So beta, next what it is exactly given is, hence R is transitive on S. But last statement, I repeat, last statement, Yuvashri understood, beta, Nidhi understood, last statement, beta, when you have to write about all the three. Last statement like, yes, hence R is reflexive on S. Why? Because it is symmetric also, transitive also, and reflexive also. So therefore, R is reflexive on, R is an equivalence. Okay, because they have asked in the question this one. or R has an equivalence relation on S. R has an equivalence relation on S. Why R has an equivalence relation on S? Because R is exactly successful in explaining that R is a relation is reflexive also, symmetric also, and transitive. Means relation is having that sets of triangles which can be reflexive also, symmetric also, and transitive. Means from the set of all triangles, relation has taken all congruent triangles. Okay. And when the relation has taken all congruent triangles, then that relation, after taking all congruent triangles, is successful in proving that that relation is reflexive also, symmetric also, and transitive also. I hope my children understood this point. Okay, so shall we go for next question? Okay, triangle 1 and triangle 2, triangle 1, triangle 2, triangle 2, triangle 3, then triangle 1, triangle 3. Yes, beta. Thank you, Vishiga. Haribari making mistakes. Thank you, beta. So triangle 1 and triangle 3. So triangle 1 congruent here, comma also I missed. So triangle 1, triangle 2, triangle 2, triangle 3, then triangle 1 and triangle 3. Okay. Hence R is reflexive on S. So R is an equivalence relation on S. So everything we have understood about that. Now shall we go for next question? Next question. It is again another question that came in CBSE. And this question is not for congruency. This question is for similarity. Okay. So there are two triangle based questions. One triangle based question will be for congruency, and second triangle question based question will be for similarity. Because we know that congruency and similarity are very important concepts for triangles. Okay. So now shall I clear the screen? The video is getting recorded, so definitely you will be getting it. So next question is, this is an NCERT question. Congruence related question already came. Similarity related questions are coming for MCQs. Okay, so now I'm writing the question. Show that the relation R defined on the set A of triangles in a plane as relation R is having triangle T1 and T2 such that triangle T1 is similar to T2. Triangle T1 is similar to T2 is an equivalence relation. Okay, so two triangles are there exactly in relation. What they're telling that both the triangles are exactly. Maheshwal is telling yes, auntie. So, better tell me, similarity can hold for equivalence. The relation what is taking is condition for similarity. Is it going to hold for equivalence? Think about it and tell. Vishiga is telling yes. Maheshwal is telling yes. Anyone else? You feel it is going to hold? Think about it. Think about it. Is it going to hold, beta? Anish, is it going to hold? Sham is also telling yes. It will be. Farhana, Nidhi, Pritika, Harish, everyone tell me beta. Abhinesh, tell me. Tamilarshan, tell me, is it going to hold? Yuvashri, is it going to hold beta? Yes, everyone is telling it is going to hold. So let's see how it is going to hold, because beta, every triangle, if a triangle is congruent to itself, then 100% a triangle will be okay. Yuvash is also telling yes. Very good, beta. Nidhi is also telling yes. Now that means what, beta? If a triangle, yeah, all the triangles can, if it a triangle can be congruent to itself, then definitely a triangle will be similar to itself. So congruency and similar part is there. So whatever triangles are similar cannot be congruent, but whatever triangles are congruent will be similar. So this is exactly a concept which is very important to know. I repeat, whichever triangles are congruent is 100% similar, but whichever triangles are similar cannot be 100% congruent. So congruency gives condition for similarity, means congruent triangles are always similar, but similar triangles will be congruent or not, that is not so much true. Okay, it may be, it may not be. Okay, so similar triangles can be congruent, it is not possible always, but congruent triangles will be similar, because respective angles and sides will be equal, and definitely their proportion will also come 1 1 1, because both sides will be equal, corresponding angles will be equal. So definitely all the congruent triangles are similar, but all the similar triangles are not always congruent. Okay, so this statement is there. So previous, that's why very cleverly I have solved congruency condition. Now I know when congruency condition is satisfied, then 100% similar condition will be satisfied. So now it is totally new how to represent it. Let us denote the triangles by T. And relation given is so relation itself is speaking everything, that T1 is similar to T2, where T1 and T2 belongs to A. So shall we start for reflexivity? For reflexivity, what we are going to write? Let any T belongs to, let any T belongs to A. Okay, now let any T belongs to A, then what you are going to write? Since T will be similar to itself. Easy, beta. So what I did, I didn't change the trend again. Whatever I wrote for the previous condition, same content I have written here also. Now let's see the case of symmetric. then that triangle will also be similar to respective triangle. So that's why I have written it very, what you called, statement also I've written, so that if a person who will be exactly, if a person who will be exactly not knowing anything, they will see this part and they will be able to understand that, okay, symmetric condition is following. So here, when T1 is similar to T2, then T2 will also become similar to T1 for any T1, T2 belongs to A. Therefore, T1, T2 belongs to R. Also, T2, T1 belongs to R for any T1, T2 belongs to A. Hence, R is symmetric on A. Okay, so now we will be talking about transitivity. Let T1, T2, T3 belongs to A. Then according to the property of similar triangles, we can say T1 is similar to T2, T2 is similar to T3, then T1 is similar to T3. For all T1, T2, T3 belongs to A. So, but you have understood how to write the content now. I am not changing. Therefore, relation, therefore, T1, T2 belongs to relation. Also, T2, T3 belongs to relation. Then, T1, T3 belongs to R. For all T1, T2, T3 belongs to A. Hence, R is transitive on A. Therefore, R has, or R has an irreflexive relation oh, I'm writing reflexive equivalence relation. Anything new I have done? Tell me. Anything new I have done? Whatever was there, same thing I have just written. No new thing, no change. Exactly, I have written everything cut to cut, point to point, same. That is, it is equivalence relation. Why? Because it is fulfilling the condition of all. It is fulfilling the condition of symmetric. It is fulfilling the condition of reflexive, and it is also fulfilling the condition of transitivity. So will you be able to represent the question like this, beta, if the questions will be coming? Tell me. Very good. Now I am going to ask some questions from you. That question without solving relation, because today what MCQ session I am going to keep, that for that MCQ session it is very important to know those things. So I'm doing my work so that at the time when live class will be there, you will be able to answer it in a better way. Fine. If x minus y comes to set of real number, x minus y means x minus y is exactly a real number, then will it be equivalence? X minus y, what is the relation here is x minus y. If two numbers you are subtracting, it is exactly coming as real number. Will it be equivalence relation? You know that relation, when it is real number I am writing, that means both x and y belonging to set of real numbers. Both x and y belongs to set of real numbers. Harish is telling yes. Anyone else? Think about it and say. Maheshwal is telling yes. Next. But think about, real number is a very big field. Real number is a very big field, and when Farhana is also telling yes. So when you are exactly thinking, Anish is also telling yes. Yes, that's correct answer. For Pritika, Yuvashri, Nidhi, Yuvashri gave the answer yes, beta. So Anish has given Pritika, Yuvashri, Abhinesh. Tell me the answer. Shyam, tell me the answer. Beta, think about it and say. Because in MCQs, you only have to tell it's only reflexive. It's reflexive and transitive both. It is an equivalence relation. None of the condition is satisfied. Like more options will be given to you and one condition will be given to you. So by seeing the condition itself, you have to exactly inform that is it equivalence or not. So relations, all the numbers are equal to itself. All the numbers are similar to itself. So the reflexivity is exactly satisfied. Now symmetry, if one is x minus y is a real number, then definitely y minus x is also belonging to set of real number. So one x minus y minus z and x minus z all will be set of real numbers. Okay. Now same question I'm asking for natural number. Same question I'm asking for natural number. X minus y will come natural number. Is it true? Will it satisfy set of natural number? Think about it and say x minus y equal to a natural number. Okay, Pritika is telling no. Very good, smart move. Vishika is telling no. Maheshwal is telling no. Harish is telling no. Fine. So Anish is telling no. Very good, beta. Why it will not be true? The reason behind is why it will not be true. The reason is because okay, because natural number does not contain negative number. Very good. And Vishika is telling zero is not there in natural number.